So guys, the Star Wars Hunters Season 3 is coming to an end. And lately I've seen quite a lot of people doing rankings and tier lists of all the hunters. So in today's video I'm going to be doing my own personal ranking, not in terms of who I think is genuinely the best and genuinely the worst, but in terms of who I'm best with and not the best with. So without wasting any more time, I'm just going to jump straight into that, but do make sure you are subscribed to the channel for plenty more Star Wars Hunters content. So this tier maker was actually made by Sammy Boy, and I'm going to go in order that it is from left to right here. So Pillbush straight away is absolutely a meta character for me. I feel like this season that I've been pretty good with her for the most part. It took a few games to get used to her, I think, but it really didn't take too long for me to sort of master her in a way. I'm definitely not the best, but still I feel like most games I play with her are pretty insane. So she's definitely up there for me. Then we have Aaron, who I've been slacking with quite a bit recently. I've not played him an awful lot. I used to be pretty good with him, and he is a viable hunter, but I've not played him enough lately, so I'm just going to put him in good at the moment because, again, I've just not played him that much. Diago, I'm going to put in good as well. I feel like I am solid with him, but again, I just don't really play him a huge amount. I feel like it's really dependent on the map I'm on. If I'm on something like Endor, then I'm very inclined to play him, but if I'm not, then I'm less inclined. So for me, he's very situational, and yeah, I can be good with him, but a lot of the time I'm actually not. Mara Vex is another one that's pretty similar. I feel like I'm maybe not great with her, but that's just because I pretty much never play her whatsoever. When I do, it can go either one or two ways. They're either not bad games, or I just have an absolute whitewash, really nothing great happens, so I'm gonna just say she's there. I feel like I could maybe put her up into good as well, but again, I just don't play her enough. Scorer is another one I don't play a huge amount with. I'm probably not the best with Scorer, to be honest. I feel like she is kind of easy to get used to, but I prefer playing as Zaina and Sprocket regarding the support, so I'm probably not great with Scorer, honestly. Again, she's one that if I played her a little bit more I could probably put into good, but right now definitely not. J3DI, I'd say I'm pretty good with as well, to be honest. I don't play him a huge amount. I have like sort of 4 or 5 that I play all the time, and J3 unfortunately isn't one of them. He isn't the most exciting character to play, I think that's the thing. If he had one more ability, if he had his overhead slam back, I think he would be a lot more exciting, but he is a really solid character regardless, and he is a lot of fun to play, so when I do play with him, they are mostly good games. Reeve, I'd say I'm sort of great or meta with, to be honest. Like for me, it can go one of two ways. Again, sometimes it could be an absolute destruction on the opposition's part, so I'll go like 2 and 9 or something. It would just be an absolute terrible game. But when I'm in my element, I am like insane with Reeve. Like Mos Espa, Pod Race, Squad Brawl, for example, I've had a couple of games on there where I just absolutely destroy people. So yeah, I feel like I'm great with her, but maybe not so good in terms of consistency. Utuni's one that I'd say I'm also great with as well. He's a lot of fun, or they're a lot of fun, I should say. And I feel like most of the time I play them, I'm pretty solid with them. I know how to play them well. I've been playing them for a couple of years, same with Reeve, so I'm definitely used to playing them right now, and I have a lot of fun with them. Sprocket is another one, again, same situation. I feel like for the most part I'm really solid with him, especially on Trophy Chase and Dynamic Control, where it's a lot more focused. I'm really good with Sprocket. Getting in a lot of healing, a lot of damage to enemies as well, and just really defending the objective pretty well for the most part, so I feel really strong with them. And these are the 4 that I sort of play the most. Zaina, I'd say I'm pretty good with, to be fair. I don't play her a huge amount, but I've had some games recently with her where I'm doing pretty well sticking with teammates, healing them up, keeping them alive, and then if I'm on my own or trying to help out in terms of the damage front, I can do that quite well as well. But again, I don't really play her a huge amount, so she's not going to go any higher. Char I used to be great with, I'd say. Honestly, I used to play him all the time, but I've just been slacking again lately. I've not been playing him a huge amount because of these sort of 4 or 5 that I will get onto in a minute. So I used to be able to say I was great with him, but now again I would probably just say good. Groz, I'd say I'm not great with. I don't enjoy playing Groz, to be honest. I don't mind him so much, but he's, again, not the most enjoyable character to play, to be honest. And with him being really slow, I just don't really feel like he fits my overall playstyle that well. So yeah, I feel like I benefit from having a sort of fast approach, which I feel like you can kind of tell by especially these two. But both Utuni and Sprocket can sort of speed up at times as well, I think. So that definitely suits me a lot. Chaos at the start of Season 2 and onwards, I feel like I was playing really well with Chaos, honestly. But I've just not played her at all this season, really. Maybe a few games, but no more than 5, I'd say. So again, probably not great. Well, good at the moment, I'd say. Used to be great, maybe, but now just good. Just a solid. Like, if I had to play her, I would, and I would go fairly well. So, yeah, not bad. Sentinel is another one that's probably in the good, but maybe bordering great. I don't play him a huge amount, but when I do, they usually go pretty well, get a lot of kills. I feel like I defend the objective pretty well and do what needs to be done. So, yeah, I feel like I could put him up in great, but he's maybe sort of in between these two. And finally, Slingshot, I'd say I'm pretty solid with him, honestly. I use him all the time in Power Control, just doing that sort of A to C strategy, and it works really well most of the time. So I feel like I do pretty well there, and also just in terms of kills and damage and strategic plays like that, I feel like I'm getting there with him, to be fair. I really am. So yeah, I'd say these are my 6 best hunters right now. Pillbush is definitely my best hunter. She is probably a little bit overpowered, but she does have her weaknesses. She is obviously a very big target, so you pretty much can't miss her, really. But I feel like this is a fair assessment. I wouldn't say I'm useless with anyone, honestly. I feel like I can play everyone if I need to. Just these 3 in particular are my least favourite of all of the sort of roles. These 6, I'd say I'm pretty decent with. These 5, I'd say I'm pretty great with. And Pillbush, like I said, is my best. So that is my overall personal ranking. Obviously, this for you guys could be completely different, and I'd definitely be keen to see what that looks like. But that is it from me today, guys. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.